Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving into a fascinating coin that many people overlook, yet it holds the potential to turn ordinary pocket change into an extraordinary payday: the United States Jefferson nickel from the year 1971 with the Denver mint mark. Now, before you think it's just another old 5-cent piece, let me stop you right there. The 1971 D. Jefferson nickel is far from ordinary. This coin is a hidden gem in the numismatic world. Many of these coins were minted and used in everyday commerce, which makes finding one in pristine or air-filled condition exceptionally rare and incredibly exciting for collectors. So, what's so special about this 1971 D nickel, you might ask? It all comes down to a thrilling combination of rarity, minting errors, and the enduring legacy of the Jefferson Nickels series. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, marked by the tiny D just beside Monticello on the reverse side. While millions were produced, only a handful have surfaced with specific characteristics that make them stand out dramatically in the market. Collectors are on the hunt for coins with striking anomalies, minting errors that occurred during the production process, making certain examples completely unique. In the case of the 1971 D. Jefferson nickel, some have been found with double die obverse errors, where the details on Jefferson's profile, inscriptions like "In God We Trust," or even the date appear doubled, creating an eye-catching and rare variation that sends collectors into a frenzy. Other rare versions of the 1971 D feature off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or even missing design elements due to die breaks or die polishing mistakes. These kinds of dramatic visual errors are not only unusual, but also extremely valuable, especially when combined with a coin that has been preserved in uncirculated or near-mint condition. What makes these errors so valuable is their rarity. The minting process is carefully controlled, so when something goes wrong and slips through quality control, it becomes a one-in-a-million find. These rare errors are like golden tickets in the coin collecting world, and the 1971 D. Jefferson nickel has proven to be one of the most mysterious and prized pieces in recent years. Now, let's talk about how you can spot one of these valuable nickels. Start by looking at the coin under a magnifying glass. Check the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and especially the date for signs of doubling. Examine the rim of the coin. An off-center strike will show an uneven border or missing edge detail. Pay close attention to the Monticello building on the reverse side. If anything looks oddly stamped, partially missing, or shadowed, you might just have a treasure in your hands. But here's where things get even more exciting: real sales, real auctions, real money. One particularly stunning example of the 1971 D. Jefferson nickel with exceptional error features and top-grade condition was sold at a major auction for a jaw-dropping amount. Collectors went head-to-head for the chance to own this rarity, and the final hammer price was nothing short of astonishing. The buzz around this coin is growing fast, and its reputation is now reaching across the globe. With each passing year, fewer and fewer of these error coins remain in circulation or even in private collections, pushing the value higher and higher. Demand is surging, especially among seasoned collectors who understand the unique historical and monetary significance of rare Jefferson nickels. Now, if you're thinking, "I wonder if I have one of these," you absolutely should check. Go through your change jars, your old coin rolls, or that forgotten coin album in your attic. Because if you're lucky enough to find a 1971 D. Jefferson nickel with one of these rare errors and in exceptional condition, you could be holding something truly special. And yes, it's finally time to reveal just how much one of these coins has sold for. Are you ready? One rare and error-filled 1971 D. Jefferson nickel in uncirculated, top-grade condition has fetched as much as $98,000 at auction. That's right, $98,000 for a coin that originally had a face value of just 5 cents. This is why collectors are going crazy for this coin, and why you should absolutely take a second look at the nickels you've got lying around. So if you're passionate about coin collecting, or even if you're just getting started, this is the kind of story that shows you why numismatics is so exciting. The idea that a common coin, when found in the right condition and with the right errors, could be worth a small fortune, That's what keeps collectors searching, learning, and dreaming big. If you've ever come across a strange Jefferson nickel, or if you've got coins you'd like help identifying, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you, and who knows, you might even have one of these rare beauties hiding in plain sight. Second rare coin. We're diving deep into one of the most extraordinary finds in American numismatics, the 1943 P. Jefferson nickel. Don't let the modest face value of 5 cents fool you, because this particular coin has stunned collectors and investors alike with its rich backstory, wartime significance, and potential to be worth a staggering amount of money. This is no ordinary nickel. This is a coin born in the heat of World War II, when the United States was shifting its economy and materials toward the war effort. In 1943, the U.S. Mint made a dramatic decision to change the composition of nickels, removing the usual nickel metal to save it for military use and replacing it with an alloy of silver, copper, and manganese. That's right, this nickel actually contains real silver, making it instantly more intriguing and desirable among collectors. But what truly sets the 1943 P. Jefferson nickel apart isn't just the composition. It's the errors and rare varieties that have made this coin an absolute treasure in the numismatic world. During the hurried production of wartime coins, several fascinating mistakes occurred, giving birth to some of the rarest and most valuable nickels ever struck in the United States. One of the most sought-after and thrilling errors is the double die obverse, where the inscriptions on the front of the coin like "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and even the date appear with a noticeable doubling effect. This error was the result of a misaligned or repeated strike during the minting process, and it creates a ghost-like shadow that is incredibly exciting to discover and incredibly rare to find. Another major point of interest is the large mint mark P, placed above the Monticello building on the reverse side of the coin. This was the first time in U.S. history that the Philadelphia Mint used a mint mark on a coin, making this a historically significant issue that marks a turning point in minting tradition. And when that P is paired with a strong die strike or an error, the value of the coin skyrockets. Collectors are also on the lookout for die cracks, lamination errors, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets, all of which were more likely during this fast-paced wartime production period. These small errors turn a silver wartime nickel into a standout collector's item, and the rarer the mistake and better the condition, the higher the value it commands in the market. So, how do you know if you've got one of these hidden gems? You'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and a good eye. Start by examining the front of the coin carefully. Look for doubled letters, especially around Liberty and the date 1943. Flip it over and look for any unusual spacing, texture, or even missing features on the Monticello building. Also, check for any cuts, ridges, or strange markings that could indicate a minting flaw, and of course, the condition of your coin is everything. A coin that has never been circulated, one that still holds its full luster and sharp details, can be worth many times more than one that's been passed from hand to hand. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC and given a grade of MS65 or higher are considered premium collectibles and are highly sought after at auctions and among elite collectors. The demand for rare 1943 P nickels is at an all-time high, with collectors around the world scouring old coin rolls, antique shops, and even their grandparents' piggy banks, hoping to find one of these elusive treasures. And when one shows up with a major error in uncirculated condition, the bidding wars begin, and the final price can reach breathtaking heights. Let's talk about real-world numbers. This isn't just hype, this is reality. At a recent major auction, a stunning 1943 P. Jefferson nickel with a highly desirable error and immaculate condition drew the attention of multiple high-profile bidders. This wasn't just a collector's purchase, it was an investment in history, rarity, and beauty. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the incredible truth behind what this little silver-colored coin can be worth. One extraordinary example of the 1943 P. Jefferson nickel, featuring a rare error and preserved in top-grade condition, was sold for a mind-blowing $222,000. Yes, you heard that right. $222,000 for a 5-cent coin from the 1940s. This is why collectors are so passionate. why the search continues every day, and why it's absolutely worth digging through your change jar, checking your old family coin albums, and paying close attention to those small details that others might overlook. If you've got a 1943 P. Jefferson nickel, or if you think you've found one with a rare error, don't hesitate to have it professionally evaluated. And if you've already made a discovery or have questions about your collection, leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear your story and maybe even feature it in an upcoming video. Third expensive coin. We're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and highly desirable nickels ever produced by the United States Mint, the 1964 D. Jefferson nickel. This 5-cent coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but in the world of numismatics, it holds secrets and stories that could be worth a fortune. The 1964 D. Jefferson nickel was minted in Denver during a very critical time in American coinage history. This was the final year before the U.S. Mint froze the dates on nickels and dimes for 2 full years to prevent coin hoarding during the nationwide coin shortage. Because of this, the 1964 nickel became one of the most heavily minted coins in U.S. history. But here's the twist. The most valuable versions are the ones with rare and shocking minting errors that slipped through the cracks during this hectic period. While billions of these coins were made, only a tiny handful have been found with errors and features so unique that collectors around the globe are willing to pay astonishing prices to get their hands on them. It's not the quantity that matters, it's the hidden rarities buried among the masses. And believe it or not, that 1964 D nickel sitting in your old coin jar might be one of those rare few that could change your life, one of the most exciting and sought-after errors on the 1964 D. Jefferson nickel is the double die obverse, a condition where Jefferson's portrait, the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and even the date 1964 appear doubled or shadowed due to a misalignment during the minting process. These doubling effects are dramatic and obvious when seen under magnification, and they instantly turn an ordinary coin into a high-value collector's dream. Another remarkable and rare error seen on some of these nickels is the full steps designation, which refers to the steps on Monticello on the reverse side of the coin being perfectly struck with full detail. While this may sound simple, it's incredibly rare for coins of this era to have full step detail due to worn dies used during the minting process. Coins with 5 or 6 full steps are significantly more valuable, especially when combined with other errors or if the coin is in uncirculated or mint state condition. Some 1964 D nickels have also shown up with striking off-center errors, where the entire design is shifted to one side, leaving a blank crescent of metal exposed. Others feature clipped planchets, die cracks, or even overstrikes, where remnants of another coin design are visible underneath or around the main image. These errors are rare, often caused by rushed production or malfunctioning machinery during a time when the mint was under extreme pressure to meet demand. To identify these valuable 1964 D. Jefferson nickels, you'll want to inspect your coin closely using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling in the lettering, sharpness in the steps on Monticello, and any signs of striking misalignment or unusual shapes along the edge of the coin. Even subtle abnormalities can lead to huge value increases, especially when verified by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. What makes this particular coin even more exciting is that examples with these rare traits have already made headlines in recent coin auctions. These aren't just rumored prices. These are actual verified sales that have sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community. Some 1964 D nickels with rare die errors and mint state grades have sold for thousands, tens of thousands, and even more, proving that this coin isn't just a piece of history, it's a potential gold mine. Collectors today are scrambling to find these hidden gems, and as more people learn about their value, the demand only grows stronger. A perfect storm of high production numbers, error possibilities, and historical context has made the 1964 D. Jefferson nickel one of the hottest coins in circulation-based collecting right now. It's a coin that excites professionals, energizes newcomers, and rewards those who take the time to inspect their change with care. So if you've got a jar of old coins at home, or maybe a box of nickels handed down from a family member, now is the perfect time to start digging. Every single 1964 D nickel has the potential to be something extraordinary. You just have to know what to look for. And who knows, you might already be holding a coin worth more than you ever imagined. Now comes the moment everyone's been waiting for, the jaw-dropping truth about just how valuable this humble 5-cent piece can be when all the right factors come together. A rare 1964 D. Jefferson nickel, featuring a striking error and preserved in mint state condition, was sold at a major auction for a stunning total of $150,000. Yes, you heard that right. $150,000 for a coin that most people overlook or spend without a second thought. This is why coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a treasure hunt. And sometimes, the prize is beyond anything you ever expected. So if you found a 1964 D nickel with unusual features, or if you're curious about your collection, drop a comment below and tell us what you've discovered. We'd love to hear your stories and help you learn more about what could be a once-in-a-lifetime find. Especially, we're exploring one of the most overlooked yet surprisingly valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1975 D. Jefferson nickel. Yes, that's right, a 5-cent piece from 1975 minted in Denver could be worth far more than its face value, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why this unassuming coin is turning heads and making waves in the collector world. At first glance, the 1975 D. Jefferson nickel may seem like just another common coin from the mid-70s, but for those who know what to look for, it represents an exciting opportunity to discover something truly rare and incredibly valuable. This coin was produced during a time of high mintage, with millions of nickels being struck at the Denver Mint, which means errors had a higher chance of occurring due to worn dies, overworked equipment, and the rush to meet demand. And as any seasoned collector knows, errors are where the real treasures are hidden, what truly elevates the 1975 D. Jefferson nickel into the realm of elite collectibles are the rare varieties and minting mistakes that appeared during this production period. One of the most sought-after types of errors is the double die obverse, where details on the front of the coin, such as the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the date 1975, appear doubled or shadowed due to a slight shift during the striking process. These doubling errors are bold and unmistakable, and when found on a clean, well-preserved nickel, they can dramatically raise the coin's market value. Another exciting aspect of this coin is the potential for full steps on Monticello, the building featured on the reverse of the coin. Coins that show all 5 or 6 steps in perfect detail, without wear or blur, are awarded the full steps designation by grading services like PCGS and NGC. This detail might seem small, but it makes a huge difference to collectors who are hunting for the highest quality specimens, especially when it's paired with other error features like die cracks or off-center strikes. The 1975 D. Jefferson nickel has also been known to surface with other highly collectible errors, such as clipped planchets, off-center strikes, and even die breaks that cause strange raised lines or cuts to appear on the coin's surface. Each of these rare production flaws tells a story of a moment when something went slightly off inside the mint, resulting in a coin that's completely unique and highly desirable to collectors who prize rarity and character. If you're wondering how to identify one of these valuable nickels, start by inspecting your coin closely under a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look carefully at the letters, especially in Liberty and the date 1975 on the obverse, to see if any doubling or distortion is present. On the reverse, study the Monticello steps. If you can count 5 or 6 sharp, distinct steps without interruption, you might have a full steps nickel. Also, look along the rim and edges for any unusual shapes, clips, or off-center printing, which could indicate a significant mint error. Collectors have already seen examples of the 1975 D nickel with rare combinations of these errors selling for impressive amounts at auctions. Coins that have been graded in high mint state condition and confirmed to have unique features are consistently drawing strong attention from serious buyers and seasoned investors who understand the value of rare Jefferson nickels. These aren't just rumors, these are actual, documented sales that prove this coin's growing prestige in the numismatic market. What makes the 1975 D. Jefferson nickel so exciting is its ability to fly under the radar. So many people handle nickels without realizing the potential treasure in their hands. That's why collectors who pay close attention, who know what to look for, and who take the time to examine the smallest details are the ones who reap the biggest rewards. And with more people discovering the hidden worth of these coins, demand is only going to rise, making this an incredibly exciting time to get involved. Now comes the most exciting part of all, the value. You might be sitting there wondering just how much a little 5-cent coin from 1975 could possibly be worth, especially when combined with a rare error and preserved in beautiful, mint-state condition. Well, buckle up, because one such coin was recently sold at a highly respected auction for a jaw-dropping total of $80,000. Yes, you heard that right, $80,000 for a 1975 Jefferson nickel with the right combination of rarity, condition, and certified grading. That's the magic of coin collecting sometimes. The smallest pieces turn out to be the most valuable. And if you've got one of these coins sitting in a drawer or hidden in an old coin roll, it could be your ticket to a life-changing discovery. So take a moment, go through your collection, and keep a sharp eye on those 1975 nickels. If you find anything unusual or interesting, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear about your discoveries and help you learn more about your coin's potential value. This is a community of passionate collectors and curious minds, and your next find might just be the next legendary coin story we feature here on the channel. Last unique coin, we're talking about the 1987 Jefferson nickel. This is one of those coins that proves even in modern times, valuable gems still exist right under our noses. The 1987 Jefferson nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, marked by the small d, just to the right of Thomas Jefferson's bust on the obverse. While millions of these coins were minted for circulation, the truth is, not all coins are created equal, and that's exactly what makes this particular year and mint mark so exciting for collectors. There are certain rare features and minting mistakes that can send the value of this common nickel skyrocketing into the thousands. Collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for error coins, coins that were struck incorrectly, making them incredibly rare and unique. The 1987 Jefferson nickel has several known error varieties, but the most famous ones include the double die obverse, where inscriptions like "Liberty," "In God We Trust," or even the date 1987 appear slightly doubled or shadowed. This doubling effect happens during the minting process when the die strikes the coin more than once, slightly out of alignment, resulting in a one-of-a-kind visual anomaly that collectors absolutely love. Another incredibly desirable feature that pushes the value higher is when the coin displays full steps on the Monticello building on the reverse. This refers to the visibility of all 5 or 6 steps leading up to the entrance of Monticello, and it's a major grading factor when assessing Jefferson nickels. Finding a 1987 nickel with full, uninterrupted steps is tough due to worn dies that were used excessively during this period, which makes any full-step example even more desirable and valuable in the eyes of collectors. Some coins from this year have also surfaced with more dramatic errors, such as off-center strikes, where the coin's design is noticeably shifted, or clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge appears cut or incomplete. Others have shown die cracks or cuts, raised areas where the die may have broken during production, creating strange yet beautiful scars across the coin's face. These kinds of minting mistakes are what make a basic coin turn into a showpiece for serious collectors. So, how can you tell if your 1987 Jefferson nickel is one of the rare ones? Start with a close visual inspection using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look for any unusual markings on the letters or numbers, especially signs of doubling. Flip the coin over and count the steps on Monticello. Are they full and detailed, or worn and flat? Also inspect the coin's edges for any irregular shapes or clipped areas, as well as any raised lines or lumps that might indicate a die crack. The tiniest detail can make a huge difference. Collectors and investors have already started to recognize the hidden value in these coins, and the results have shown up in recent auctions. Certified coins from 1987 with unique errors and near-perfect condition have sold for shocking prices, catching even seasoned dealers by surprise. As the demand for high-quality Jefferson nickels continues to grow, more and more people are digging through their collections in hopes of finding that one rare gem. What makes this coin especially attractive is the fact that many of them are still hiding in plain sight. You might find one in a roll of nickels from the bank, in a change jar at home, or even mixed in with an old family collection that's been forgotten for years. The value of these coins has continued to rise, especially for those with clean surfaces, rare errors, and high mint state grades certified by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. This isn't just a piece of metal. It's a piece of American history with untapped potential and increasing collector demand. The 1987 D. Jefferson nickel is one of those coins that combines modern appeal with old-school rarity, making it a must-have for anyone serious about coin collecting. And with more discoveries being made every year, it's never been a better time to take a closer look at your own collection and see what hidden treasures might be waiting to be found. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. The incredible value this coin can reach when the right error meets the right condition. One verified and graded example of the 1987 D. Jefferson nickel, complete with rare error features and pristine detail, has been sold at auction for an astonishing $71,000. Yes, you heard that right. $71,000 for a 5-cent piece that could easily slip through your fingers if you don't know what to look for. This is why coin collecting is so much more than a hobby. It's a thrilling treasure hunt with real-world rewards, and sometimes the smallest coins can bring the biggest surprises. If you think you've got a 1987 D nickel with any unusual features, or if you've found something similar in your collection, we'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and let us know what you've discovered. You might be holding onto something worth far more than you imagined. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another episode filled with valuable tips, incredible coin stories, and treasure hunting excitement. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy collecting, and may your next nickel be the one that changes everything.